Hello fellow makeup lovers, so I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to be using the WetNWild Pro brush set that they just came out and it looks amazing. I was like in awe as soon as I saw it, so I had to get it and review it for you guys. So this is going to be a first impression. I'm going to use every single brush as I do my makeup today, so let's just go ahead and hop on in. The outside packaging is really actually pretty cute, looks very nice, and it has like all holographic like packaging. Like if you take this off, it's all holographic, which I appreciate. And then you can just slide the brushes out, and here is what the brushes look like. So just from briefly touching the brushes, they have a super soft bristles, and then they have this really nice ferrule. It is a little bit light, it's not super heavy or anything, but it looks so nice. And in comparison to other makeup brands that have come out with brushes like this, like the Meadow collection from Real Techniques, and the I can't even remember what else called their brushes like this, WetNWild has definitely like blown away the game, because the brushes, they come in a set for $30 and there's 10 brushes, so it's $3 each, which is the normal price of their brushes, as opposed to e.l.f., whose set would have been like $70 to get every single one, which is crazy for e.l.f. So already I'm like impressed because it's really nice. It feels high quality and the price stayed low, which is one of the reasons why WetNWild is one of my favorite drugstore brands, or probably my favorite. So there are 4 eye brushes in the set. The first one is actually pretty unique. It looks like a mini flat top kabuki brush, but for your eyes, so I think I'm going to use that to prime my eyes today. And then next is a really nice fluffy brush, which is perfect for blending out shadows in your crease. And then there is a slightly smaller fluffy brush, kind of gives me a MAC 217 vibe. Just looks like this. You could apply eyeshadows with the flat edge right here, or you can see it does have a little bit of fluffiness there, so you can blend more precise areas. And then there's also a little pencil brush, which looks really nice. It's more on the dense side, but it's not too dense, so I do feel like it could blend eyeshadows out, or you could use it to place stuff in the outer V. I'm gonna start off with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just add a little dab on my eyelid to prime my eyes. That was way too much. And then I'm gonna go in with that flat kabuki looking brush. So that blended out super easy with this brush. I wouldn't say it's my favorite way to prime the eyelids, but it did work, and it's still very pigmented. I think this would be really nice for concealing underneath the eyes, or for spot concealing, or using like a, what's it called, a color corrector. This would be really great for just getting all those little areas. I'm going to go into the really big fluffy brush and the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm just going to set that concealer. Today I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with the shade Chaser, which is this really light transition shade here, and I'm going to use that same crease brush. I feel like the original WetNWild crease brush was just a tiny bit softer, but this is definitely usable. It's not soft by any means, but it's not as soft as some other brushes that I've used. But I do really like the set just so far, the way it's performing. I really like the shape of this brush. I feel like it's even more fluffy, so it really works for like a super diffused crease. I am going to go in with the slightly darker shade. I'm going to take Low Blow, which just looks like this, and just put that just a little bit further down. Next, I'm going to take the more defined fluffy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and take the shade He Devil, which just looks like this. It's like a burnt red type shade, and I'm going to take this all over my lid and then blend it into the crease. Last but not least, just to test it out, I'm going to take this little pencil brush and I'm going to go into the shade Ashes, which is the dark purple, and I'm just going to put that into the outer V. Also, if you guys are wondering, when you see this spot on my face, it's a bruise. My sister's dog like hit me in the face. It was an accident, but I got the weirdest bruise of life. I'm just gonna go back into that fluffy brush and just blend out that edges. I'm just gonna do a few quick things that are not involving the WetNWild brushes, but I just figured I'll show you. I'm gonna start off with the Touch in Sol No Pore Bloom Primer, and I'm just gonna take a little dot of that and put it anywhere I get pores, which is mostly right here. Before I go in with foundation, I'm gonna take the ABH concealer in 0.5, and I'm just going to spot conceal a few places real quick, and I may as well just use this WetNWild brush. I'm just gonna dip in. I'm gonna go into the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick in the shade Y205 and just quickly apply some foundation. I'm just gonna use a sponge because none of the brushes really call to me as foundation brushes. I'm gonna go ahead and use that same Tarte Shape Tape concealer and just conceal the little areas on my face. I'm gonna go ahead and take this fluffy little brush, which is one of the face brushes. I'll just talk about them as I go through, and this one is super soft, super nice. I feel like it would be good for a few different things, but I'm gonna start off by using it with my RCMA No Color Powder and just setting underneath my eyes. Now I'm gonna go into my Chanel Soleil de Tan de Chanel just to use this funky little brush. You might be able to use this for foundation. I'm not really sure. I've never used a brush like this, but it kind of has like a divot in it. It's like this little curve. So I feel like it would match really well with your cheekbones. So I just thought it would be great to try with a cream bronzer. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it definitely curves to your cheek, so I like the shape of it. And I will have to try it for foundation and update you guys on it. Next, I'm going to take that big fluffy powder brush and I'm just going to go in with another bronzer just because I'm trying to try everything. And this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I'm just going to put that all over. I feel like this is a brush you could use for a lot of things. This looks so funny on my bruise. So it's gonna be nice to just set this like cream product, but it would be great for powder or just like really natural bronzer. Obviously, if you're only doing one layer, not three. So by three, I mean that I'm actually gonna go back in with this brush and use it to contour and just like get like the legit hollows in my cheekbones. Just to try it out, I'm gonna use the NYX HD Blush in Taupe, and I'm just going to very lightly dab just the top of the brush and go right here. So this is really nice for contouring. I'm gonna take this flat contour brush, which I'm not going to use for contour because I hate these brushes for contour. They just don't work for me, other than the Nars Ita brush, which this is pretty soft, but it's still really dense, so I don't see it working for me. But I'm gonna take some of the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm just going to clean up this line right here, which is actually pretty clean because the contour brush was really nice that I just used. But I just figure we'll just, you know, try and test out this brush, even though this is not a brush that I would normally go for. So we're just gonna clean up underneath. So next I have this fluffy brush, which I did not realize how fluffy it is. It's actually like kind of dense and a little bit bigger, and you could probably try this for foundation too, or you could use it for powder foundation or just setting with powder, especially if you're oily and you need more product. This would work for you. But I'm just gonna go ahead and try it for blush today, and I'm going to use the Kylie Cosmetics blush in Barely Legal, which just looks like this. It's a nice like doll pink. So more of an all over blush application, not as precise, but it's applying it nice. So last but not least is the brush I'm most excited about, and this is the Tapered highlighter brush. Yes, WetNWild, this is what I've been needing from them. I'm so excited. It looks so nice. So today I'm going to be using the Milani Afterglow in Strobe Light. It just looks like this. This is a stunning, stunning highlighter. It's so good, from the drugstore. Highly recommend this. So I can tell you right off the bat, it's not applying as beautifully as my Morphe M501, but it's still doing a good job. But hey, I would definitely use it, and if you're getting this set, the price, you cannot beat it, so I'm not mad at it. A little above the brows, you know how I do. Basically put highlighter over my entire face. Yeah, it's not as intense as it normally is. You guys are probably looking at this and you're crazy. Like, that's so intense. True. Could also be because I've been filming in natural light for like weeks now, and this is my first time filming with a ring light in a hot minute, so maybe that's what it is. Okay, so but last but not least, we're just gonna go ahead and finish things up really quick, and then we could talk about my overall thoughts on the brushes. I'm gonna go into that shade He Devil on little pencil brush and just kind of put that along the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara and just coat my upper and lower lashes. Okay, and last but not least, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal JLo's Nude lipstick, which this is one of my favorite lipsticks. I wear it so often. It's like halfway gone, which is like a crazy for me because I have way too many lipsticks. Okay guys, so my overall thoughts on the brushes, I'm kind of going back and forth. So on one hand, there's a lot of pros to these brushes. I think that they are, first of all, they're beautiful, they're stunning, they're limited edition, so it's always fun to buy things that are limited edition and like know that you have them. They work really well, they're super soft, so they basically got everything going for them, other than the fact that I feel like these brushes aren't anything spectacular or anything new. I probably could dupe almost all of these brushes in my collection, so that's like the one downside, is I would say that it's not like anything that blows my mind, which, I mean, it's brushes. I mean, like, how many different types of brushes can you make? The two brushes that really stood out to me though are the bronzer brush and the little tiny kabuki type brush. I thought those worked really well and they were cool and different, so I am happy that I got this set, and I would recommend trying it. But not even just trying it. I feel like what this set really stands out to me for is that it would be an amazing Christmas gift or holiday gift, or birthday gift or anything. Like, I feel like the packaging is just super, super cute. I feel like it looks really nice. So I would definitely recommend this if you're like debating on getting it for someone. I think it would be an amazing gift, especially for people who are still getting into makeup or people who really, really love makeup. I feel like you could please a wide variety of people with this. I just think the quality is really nice and it's beautiful. The price is affordable, so it's hard to find something bad to say about them, other than, you know, nothing new, nothing spectacularly different. Like, who doesn't want to open a present on Christmas Day and see holographic packaging? So final thoughts summed up into one sentence is that I do recommend you guys getting and trying these brushes. I don't think that you'll be disappointed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impression tutorial / review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Don't forget, I've got some little videos popping up here. If you just want to click them, you just want to check them out, you know, they're right here. Very available options. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and just remember that even though there's so much bad happening in the world, that, you know, even if it makes you feel small, that you can do something good today. You can make someone feel happy or better, and just strive to be as good as you can. So I'm gonna leave the video on that note. Bye, you guys.